Hello and welcome to Fleet Ready Gaming. Today we are doing a deep dive of my latest project that I'll be working on, a part of the Star Citizen Ship Showdown 2954. Today we will be working on our first prize winner, the F8C Lightning. Took some time to find an image that was well enough to use for laser engraving, but I finally found one. And so we're going to go and try to get it going. And hopefully by the end of the stream, we will have a image ready to engrave, and we'll get that recorded on a separate footage. Unfortunately, I don't have a spare camera to include it in part of this stream, but we'll do our best and see what we can do. All right, let's go ahead and hop right in. I apologize, our internet isn't quite the best out here in the shop, so certain things might be a little laggy. If they are, let me know down in the comments below, and we will try to get that better in future streams. So right here we have our software. It's called EasyCAD 2. It's a laser engraving software built for Galvo fiber lasers. I've imported our image, which is a vector file image. Not going through the entire process that I normally do. We'll do that on a separate stream. We're just going to hop right into it. Basically, what I do, I'll give a brief overview of what I do is I'll find an image that I want to work with. I'll remove the background from that image, and then I take what's left and I throw that image through a vectorization process, which right now when I import it into this software, it comes in as the outline. But if I pull this up and open up the file as is, one second, let me pull this up so you guys can see it. Second, screen share. Second. Okay, as you can see here, we have kind of a more cel-shaded style image. Oh, system is bogging down. Let me try to move this image up more. Nope, I'm just moving things all over the place. But we'll fix that in a second. But as you can see, kind of a more shell-shaded style image that we're going to try to replicate. Let me remove that because that's causing issues. Second, I apologize. Things are freezing. Okay. All right, got that back. Apologize, let me fix this real quick. Oh, the joys of slow internet, causing the tablet to slow down. Apologies for the technical difficulties. There we go. Come on. Hello viewers, thank you for joining in. I'm sorry we got a little technical difficulties here with Streamlabs. But in the meantime, I can see chat. Feel free to say hello. If you have any questions, be more than glad in size. So we're going to go ahead, select our image here, and I'm going to break the image down to its individual components. This is going to take a moment. Our system is using quite a bit. We need to set up our palette, what colors we're going to be working with. And this might be hard to see, but I have a chart here that I use to, depending on 3 key settings, which is power, speed, and light frequency. The laser engraver we're working with is a 50-watt fiber laser, and with it, it can work within 50 to 100 kilohertz light frequency. And in particular, I found that working in 75 kilohertz gives some really nice results. So we're going to stick within that frequency. So we have all our different layers that we can work with here. So for our first layer, I always choose black. Of our library here, we're going to choose steel black. Select all of it, and when we have it run through, we want it to do an outline in black. Next. All right, so while you guys can't see this, I have our reference image pulled up here so I can see what colors we're going to be working with, which is going to be mainly dark colors and some coppers. So we'll get our light copper, and looking at our reference charts, I'm thinking This one looks good, 70% power. At, I guess it was at copper. We're gonna still stay at 75 power, but we're gonna reduce our speed down to 621 millimeters a second and 75 frequency as well. Okay, that's our 2 coppers there. Next, we need some, looks like some kind of grays, dark gray. Oh, and then for our dark gray, we're going to go with 147 speed at 75 kilohertz. And let's go ahead and change the colors here so we can kind of match up. That's a dark gray. We need a dark copper. And we need a white copper. It's a more yellowish, but we'll have that be the reference for now. And now we need almost like a tannish color, which will probably make a little more silver. This one looks good. It is 50% power. We have our, and you know what? You could probably go with one more in between for copper, kind of like a brown, more of a brownish. So let's add that to it so we have proper shading. I'm going to say 85 power. .763 speed at 75. And now we're going to choose all right. Now we're ready to begin. So I tend to like to start from the cockpit and work my way in. Got this front bumper part. And actually, before we forgot to name our okay. It's there. sure there's no other items inside of them. So like when you're working on areas that like right here where there's additional details inside, you have to make sure you highlight them, or else the area that you're working within will just completely cover it. It will ignore it. Okay. Here. These areas are all kind of supposed to be like in shadow in the original image. Okay, then all of these other ones are more dark. Okay, let's go to the right side now. This spot, zoom in on it. So like we have to be careful of that circle area there. Hopefully it should be fine. Yep. That circle. And then we have some of this area back here. Find a spot where it's clear like that. Select the items inside of it so we don't cover those. That looks to be the only things. Let me double check the reference. 1, 2, and 3. Yep. Now we go ahead, fill that in with black, deselect the items that were in there, and that area is ready. Now, we move on to the inside. Let's start with the canopy. So canopy area here, we'll select it right there. Nice big area. It's going to use a dark gray. And we have a lot of floating items inside of it that we'll need to select to make sure they're not taken over. Okay, that looks good. Our dark gray is number 4. And pretty much at this point, once you have everything set up, it's just kind of like a paint by numbers type deal. Okay, now we need to deselect all those other items that were in it. And we'll start filling those ones in. So this is kind of supposed to be like the sun and forest reflecting off of it. No. Another note, these type of colors and things don't fully represent how the engraving is going to look, because, it's as close representation to the color that I could find on a grid, So it will look quite different once we actually engrave it. Okay, this one here is more of a light silver. Checking the reference. More sunlight. A little bit of shade here, so we'll use a darker one. Alright, so for pieces like this where we have blank spots inside of them, sometimes they can be very difficult to select. That time it wasn't. This one had a lighter piece. So we need to zoom in a lot. Yeah, unfortunately, this software isn't the most intuitive when it comes to selecting items, because it's like, oh, you want this one, no, you want that one. And it's like, I want the entire thing. And you can't just like do this because it will only let you, as you can see, I can select this tiny bit or all the way over here. But sometimes if you just zoom in enough, it gets the message. You just have to find the sweet spot for it. Come on. Where's your spot at? We'll come back to that one because that one's gonna just take some time. And then there's ones like that which work perfectly fine. Doesn't look like anything's covered by it. That one needs to be that. Actually, that one needs to be lighter because these ones are on the dark side. Hey guys, welcome to the stream. Thank you for joining in. This Perry. 1 second. I apologize. And again, trying to find a spot where we can select this other piece. That's why we can't select it. It was still connected to the other one. I just gotta find that sweet spot. And I think we got it. Nope. It's a very tedious process doing these. Okay, I was not no joke when it takes like 4 hours just to do a simple image. Did I get it? I think I got it. We'll see. Nope. Alright, so this is when I run into issues like this. Sometimes just gotta undo and do the inverse. So this is on the dark side, so dark. Now we do the rest of it. There we go. Shoot, I had it. There we go. Okay, now move on to the dark. Make sure we have the right one selected. Nope, we do not. There we go. Make sure that's not selected. Double check the color we need for it. Dark. And select our little circle. All right. Dark there. Select our inner size here. It's going to be dark copper. Selected, it is. Dark copper as well. This one's actually supposed to be light copper, so nice transition. Just another spot where we have some dark engraving. Guess not, actually. Oh, I wish the coloring options were better, because the coloring in here just makes it look atrocious. It always does. Oh. It's another one that's going to be a pain to select. Okay. There we go. Okay, that's actually supposed to be light. There we go. And we're actually going to add one more color, just because it's a part of it, which is a more of a little lines. That's actually the path that the laser will be taking to engrave this. Getting another one that's being frustrated. Well, it looks like we're going to come back to this one as well. It happens sometimes. Alright. Here's the one that we missed for black. Wrap around. Okay, now this one is in the light. Kind of has a brown copper tone. And we have this one here. That's that. That is a light copper tone. Back to kind of the darker mid-copper. Same with this one, is also mid-copper. dark copper, back to light copper, dark silver, gray, mid brownish copper, continues down the wing, continues. I'm not going to do that again because we covered the black. So I'm going to select the black. Deselect everything, select that one, and have it show through. There we go. You may have selected it, we'll find out. Okay. Nope. Did not select it. Having to make sure everything is disconnected on it. Oh, that's too far. Oh, that one's also taking too long, so let's continue. This bit here is going to be light copper. This one here is going to be brownish copper. And we'll finish this bottom section off with dark. Next we have this bigger area, which is also going to be it's a dark copper. There we go. Select that and that. And now we're going to select our dark copper and unselect the items inside. This little circle looks like it is going to be black. And this inside bar is going to be brownish copper. And pull out, and we're starting to get more of an image. This inner piece here, which is silver. But gotta make sure those don't get filled in. And select what we have. And this inside one is dark gray. The small one here is copper. Let's fill in our next dark gray since it's sorry, just double checking. Got our ringlets here. White copper. Mid copper underneath for shading. God, that looks nothing like the real thing. Copper there. Come on. Oh, the selecting feature is such a joy. So you get it 1 second, and then it just does not. Nope. It is a slow process. But if anyone wants to chat, I have chat open. Oh, did I get it? Nope. Okay, looks like I gotta get these smaller ones first, so let's go ahead and get those out of the way. Alright, light copper. Mid copper. There we go. And dark copper. Nope. We did not get it. Let me try this. There we go. And now it's just overwrapping it. Frustrating. Gonna work right now. There we go. Sorry, just going through my list to see if I could bring this one back. It looks like it actually got deleted instead. Okay, check our reference. This one was supposed to be dark. Okay, there we go. Okay, and this one here is supposed to be light. There we go. Let's take a look at the whole thing. Definitely going to have to tweak up these colors just to make it look better in this program. Like I said, these colors are not indicative of how it's going to look when it engraves. You know, based on the values that we put on these right side will match out more with one of these little boxes here. Might be a little hard to see, hard to tell, but you know, they give off different. This area as well can be dark. Now we're just going and kind of fill in any of our dark areas. This one dark copper actually. Dark copper. light copper. Double checking, make sure it didn't cover up anything. Okay, looks good. Okay, that's something that has to happen that I just realized. Hey, look at that. We learned something new from this stream that makes a huge difference to how the overall outcome of our engraving will be. So I'm going through and making sure it's a whole lot of extra steps, but dang, is that going to make it look so much cleaner. I mean, already, let's zoom out a bit. I mean, already this is looking more like a winglet. That pops out more. Oh, that was too much. That grouped every single line that the laser would go over. Gosh, this is going to make quite a bit of difference in certain areas. Well, now we're going over and adding additional detail now based off of what we just learned. Yeah, that's already looking better. Too much? Yep, too much. Okay, looking a little more detailed now. Also, let's go ahead and save. Still no luck selecting some of those pieces there, but silver, select, show lines. Dark silver or gray. Select, show lines. Good. All right, copper. Mid copper. Deselect, show lines. What do we got for this little spot there? Light copper. All right. This whole section here is dark gray. Boom, show lines. That way we can decipher different areas and they won't blend into each other. This area is kind of a mid-copper. This area down here is a light tan. Light gray. Light tan, light copper. Silver. One second, I'm gonna throw my phone on the charger. Okay. Now, there we go. What color are you? Light tan. As well as this area here. Make sure I keep those defined lines. Save. Sorry, 1 second. Checking something. And I think we're going to save here for now. We'll pick this back up here in a little bit. We've been streaming for an hour and a half, and I hear family members doing stuff outside, so best go see what's going on. Thank you so much for coming in and watching. I know it wasn't the best experience. Our internet isn't the best out here in the shop. We're looking to get that fixed without having to add a whole nother internet provider out here. Right now we're using an extender, but it doesn't look like it's working quite as well as I was hoping. But we'll take